day 175 living out of my car, and like day 370 without any alcohol. So really quick, why do I live out of my car? So you can make your own decisions or just understand, find entertainment in this journey, find value. The number one reason is because I can move my life forward just so much faster financially. I'll spend like maybe $200 a week on food, and that's most of my expenses. I got gas, Planet Fitness, but I can move forward financially for myself just unbelievably faster than if I was paying extra rent a month, utilities, internet bill, renter's insurance, paper towels, all this stuff, cleaning apart. Like, there's a lot of expenses that just go with owning or renting a home that as a single man at just turned 30, I don't want to have those expenses. Like, to work 60 hours for me, to come back to a place by myself, to sit in there, to read, to watch movies in these four walls, that's how I look at it. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Now, if I had a relationship, it would be different. Or if I had like maybe a couple roommate guy friends, we was all on the same page, like, okay, then it would be worth it. But in my experience, it's really hard to find even one guy friend where you can just, you know, whatever. So I'm getting off tangent, but it is very simple for me financially. And also the fact that it's something that is hard. It is challenging, but so is renting an apartment that costs $1,000 a month living by yourself. It can get very lonely. So things you don't think about, but when you're in your car, there's windows all over the place. Like, it makes you feel less lonely psychologically because I can always see outside. I can always look into a distance. And that's a real thing, because when you're stuck inside doors looking at four blank walls, staring back at you with nothing there, it can be really, really just lonely. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit that. I think a lot of people, you know, struggle with loneliness, isolation, aloneness. Even just that, even just being alone can be hard, even if you don't feel lonely, which I'm good, I would say, most of the time. Like, I work full time. I live a regular life just like anyone else, except the car part, the sleeping in the back seat of your car. So I can do it healthily. I can get enough sleep, and I can take so much value out of it, knowing that it is a little more challenging. And I can look back on my life like, wow, whatever happens in my future, these next 5-10 years, in my 30s, I'm going to be like, bro, you lived out of your car through the peak of summer, through the coldest of winter. I'm in the South now, so it is a lot less, it's a lot warmer down here than up north, I will say. I wouldn't want to deal with the winter in the north. Like, where I'm at is pretty close to the limit. I actually sleep really fine. Like, I sleep plenty warm. Even when it gets down to like 30, 28 degrees, I sleep plenty warm. It's just the moments where you're not under the covers can be more, you know, uncomfortable to your nose and your skin. But it's very doable. It's not, in my experience, it's not dangerous at all, actually. Like, there's no chance for hypothermia. But yeah, that's why I do what I do, and it's just, it just makes sense. So there will come a day where it no longer makes sense. It does not feel right to me. And when I have the money saved, or I have a more reliable vehicle, or I found a place, or a certain relationship, or just something that happens in my life, a breakthrough or something, then I'll be done with it. But for now, I'm, you know, taking this journey head on as a challenge, and it's making me definitely into a much harder person, a much more crystallized personality for the better, you know, which means I'm more disciplined, I'm more steady, I'm more motivated to wake up, go to work at a hard labor job, FedEx ground every day, because I'm keeping my money. I don't, like I said, the last thing I want to do is bust my ass 60 hours just to pay for a place to live, by myself. That is not my goal. So hopefully this helps people understand like why I live out of my car. And have a blessed rest of your 2024.